Aries, hey, how are you? This is Lisa, and we're going to be doing a monthly reading for October 2022. It's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it. You'll come back to see me again. If you have been here before, it means a lot. I really do appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's see what goes on for Aries in October 2022. Aries, October 2022. Oops. All right. We got the sun. Oops. And the Fool. Wow, nice. The Hierophant. The Tower. And the Six of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Chariot. The Four of Cups. And the Emperor. All right, let's just digest this real quick and then I will clarify with another deck. But first thing I could just tell you is you guys have been getting a lot of strong energy going on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 6 major arcana out of 9. That's pretty huge. Like, these are life situations. You know, like life choices, things that you're, whatever the decision that you make, or whatever the situation is that's coming up that represents in these cards, they're life-changing. There's something that's definitely going to be very impactful. It's not like the everyday, little ups and downs. This is stuff. All right, we're going to start out with the Sun and the Fool. Now, the Sun comes up as your current self, how you feel about you, how you're feeling about life in general right now, and it's looking good. You're very, very happy. I guess I feel like you have no reason for complaints. Everything that you've wanted is going on. You're like really, really happy. You're content in your situation, whatever it is. And now we have the Fool. And this is actually the theme for the month. And to me, it's like almost like a new start. Like you're going to have like a new beginning, some possibilities. And apparently those possibilities are making you very happy. And we have the Hierophant here, and he represents a lot of things. But for this one, I mean, I really feel there's something going on. Like, he's about tradition, he's about routine and, following the rules. But he can also represent marriage. And I can't guarantee that's your marriage, but maybe somebody somebody who you're around. Maybe you're invited to a wedding. Maybe it is your wedding. Because I feel like these energies are strong. These are really, really strong. Right now, you have this obstacle that's coming up for you. It's like your own little tower moment going on. So I don't know what it is that you might be trying to get over, trying to leave in the dust, trying to, makes that something that doesn't, whatever this is representing to you, you don't want it to mess up this. So it's an obstacle. And maybe it's just something where something feels like it's crumbling. Now, this could be in any situation. This could be, really, it could be a job, it could be social life. It could be a relationship, but I don't think it is, because this looks like if this is a relationship, this is huge. But I can't guarantee it either. But something in your life is crumbling, or could be something in your mind is crumbling. Like things that you thought you knew, and, you were very content knowing them, and this is how you believed, and it was always that way. And here you're like, no, it's not like that. And all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden you're like, whoa, wait. And you have to rethink it. You have to, put it together in another way for it to make sense. And now I have like, you're moving away from something, or you're going to be moving away from something. And this move is like a huge accomplishment. Maybe you've been stuck somewhere where you really couldn't get out of it. Maybe it was a job that really wasn't serving you anymore. Maybe it was getting away from some kind of toxic people. Something that you needed to not be there. See, when you look at this, it's like, I always feel like they're going into calmer waters, yeah, but there's also safer waters. Like whatever the situation is, or that was, it was such a huge accomplishment for you to get out of it. So it kind of makes me wonder, it's like, all right, well, did this tower come down to make you be able to move out of it? It's like, so whatever this represented, was it helping you along to get past it? Now, you have the Two of Swords. And this is something that you want to avoid. This is like a hard decision based off of just facts, just analyzing something, thinking about it, overthinking it maybe. You don't want to use any emotions for this. And I feel like right now, not using your emotions is not the best idea. You want to make decisions, but you also want to make decisions where, you're using your heart, you're using your feelings, and thinking about other people's as you go. Now this is a very strong feeling of determination, of like, having drive and strong will. And you need to hold on to that. Those kind of characteristics, you really need to hold on to them for whatever it is that's going on. You want to make sure you stay determined, stay strong, stay, wanting to do what you want to do. Don't let something sidetrack you. And possibly don't let, whatever this decision is going to be, don't let that sidetrack you. And with all this stuff that you got going on here, it's like, it's big. But you had this like last month, didn't you? Like all these energies going on. Now what is this? This is a Four of Cups. I feel like with this one, I always think of it like you put time and effort into something, and you use your emotions, you use your feelings, but you weren't getting that back in whatever the situation was. I mean, it could be, in friends, could be a relationship. And maybe you were like disappointed because I feel like you always thought that you should have had 4 cups. You were putting in 4 cups worth, and you should have got back 4 cups worth. If you use that as, the terms of, energy and strength and emotions. But you see how this hand's coming over here? And he's like, and it's almost like I said to somebody else, it was like, it's a pity cup. I feel like they're just like kind of like, fine here, and like, so whatever that you're getting back from them, it feels like that, and you're like, well, well, I put out all this and you're not reciprocating fairly or to what I deserve. So I feel like whatever this is, again, whatever it represents to you, you feel like disappointed by it. You're kind of like, why am I not getting the 4 cups first? Like, why is it like coming over like an afterthought? Why is my feelings an afterthought to you? But I feel like you can go into that and you could use that to give maybe your argument some strength, or give your side some strength almost. But almost like you have to think about this and remember this. And maybe that's why you were moving away from whatever this situation is. And it was such a big accomplishment because this was what you always received from that situation. So you need to think about that as you're moving forward. Don't ever feel like, oh, well, I shouldn't have done that, or having second thoughts and feeling, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have, or thinking to go back. Because, yeah, right now we have like retrograde planets, Mercury, Mars, one of them. There's actually four of them. But it does tend to bring things back from what you're thinking about. Exes might come back into the picture, or you might be rethinking and second guessing yourself. And I feel like this is what you want to remember, that you did not deserve only those 3 cups at first. And, whatever the situation was, you were putting in way more than you were getting. And I think you need to remember that as you go forward. Now, this Emperor, this could be somebody that you know that might give you advice, like maybe a father figure, somebody who you can look to and say, how would you do this, or how would you handle this? And, and it could be anybody. It could be a really good friend. I mean, it could be, maybe a supervisor or a manager. It could be your father. I mean, it could be anybody that you would actually go to and say, how would you do this, or how would you do that? And they'd be able to help you out with that. Or even if they want to just give you encouragement to keep pushing through whatever you're dealing with. Let's see what we can find from clarifiers. This is this great energy. I love this. Hold on a second. I can't believe we're coming into October. This is nuts. All right. What can you tell me about the sun for Aries? What can you tell me about the sun for Aries? All right, we got the Knight of Wands and the Fool. All right, feels like this Knight of Wands could be representing your energy. Very Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Doesn't have to be, but just somebody who's very passionate and has a lot of energy to put through, like inspired, impulsive. But I feel like you're starting out as something new. Yeah, that's where we were. Oh yeah, Fool's over here. So yeah, you have a new beginning coming out. And I don't know what situation it is, but I think you're starting something new in life. It could very well be marriage. I can't swear to it, but you would know. If it resonates with you, you'll know. But just something that you're starting a new beginning. The Fool. All right, we got the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So it feels like, all right, you might be at this point right now holding on to some things. It could be financially. You might be like holding on, saying, okay, well, we got to save money for whatever it is that we're embarking on. But I also feel like you're celebrating too. So, you're having you and your friends, and whatever path this is that you're getting involved in, you are actually celebrating the situation. Even if you do have to hold on to, some of the means that you have, like, even if it's energy and time and, whatever it is, and money, but you're still celebrating the point. What about this Hierophant? What's this Hierophant here? Oops. What you got for the Hierophant for Aries? Oh, cool. You got the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Coins. Now that, when the Ten of Cups comes up on the Hierophant like that, it does feel like it very possibly may be marriage or a marriage-like situation. But it's also something where you're going to be building something. I feel like you are, intuitively, it's telling me, yeah, you're going to be building a life. You're starting something new. There might be marriage involved. There might be just a relationship that is marriage-like. And, the way he's contemplating, the way he's thinking about these coins, it's almost like he's saying, yeah, I have this. I'm going to keep building on this because I know I can make this go even further. So that really sounds good. All right, what about the Tower? Why is the Tower here for Aries? All right, the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. That makes a lot of sense. Whatever it is that had to crumble out from under you for you to be able to start your new, however that was going to work, it's something where okay, yeah, some things had to change. Like you had 5 cups, 3 fell over, you know the deal with that. And it's almost like, but things do change. They don't serve you anymore. There's no reason to keep having them. And just remember what you still have that's important. And this 9 of Swords, all right, and whatever this situation was, it was stressful. It caused anxiety. You lost sleep. There was so much unnecessary about it that it had to go. And the universe knows that. It's kind of like it wouldn't make you be able to move on, which is what you did over here, if this was still around. So whatever those 5 cups were to you, they needed to be gone. And just remember what you still have. So what about this 6 of Swords? Sheesh. Okay, the 10 of Swords and the 2 of Coins. That makes sense. That's an ending. So something with this cat tower and these 9 swords, the 10 swords, it's over. Whatever it was that you had to make leave or get done with or crumble or, get past so you could continue on in life. Of course you're going to be juggling around. Maybe there's a lot of things that have to be involved with it. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be... to me, I feel like keep wanting to say homes or... Like, maybe you did have shared properties or something was going on that you had to get away from it, but you still have to clean up you're like still juggling the who's and what's about it. But it is over. Whatever that situation is over. What about this 2? Okay. What about this 2 of Swords? Come on. Thank you. The 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. All right, well, all right, the 3 of Wands, okay, you're thinking, what else is out there? What can you do? What can you bring out? What haven't you been able to explore, And the 4 of Wands, I mean, that's kind of my wedding card, and I'm not trying to force this down your throats, but I just feel like that keeps coming up. So I feel like that is, if this is a marriage, if this is a relationship, if this is a marriage-type relationship, this is something you're like, what can we explore now? What can I see? What can I do? Where can we take this, basically? So you're like on a new adventure almost. Kind of cool. What's this Chariot? Tell me about this Chariot. The 9 of Cups. And the 7 of Wands. I feel like, all right, you have 9 of Cups here right after this 4 of Wands, and this is like happy, everything you could have wished for. All your wishes are coming true, but you're still going to have situations or things are still going to go on where you have to defend your ideas, defend your opinions, and I think that's going to be that's kind of normal in most situations, in most paths. I mean, just because, you have all this happy going on, doesn't mean that you're not going to run into, the situation where you still have to kind of defend. I mean, defend what you're thinking, what your thoughts are. So you could have all the happy and, still have to, stand up for yourself and stuff. Not necessarily with the partner either, but maybe just in life. And then we have the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, very cool. So this is, all right, you're feeling all inspired and you have new opportunities coming in. You have growth. And again, like I said, there's some kind of new life thing going on for you, which is very nice. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, nothing is permanent in whatever situation it is. I mean, we're not always going to be on the top. We're not always going to be, ground underneath. Nothing is permanent. But we could always assume that if anything needs to be fixed, if any lessons needed to be learned, we're going to be able to, spin that spin the wheel positively. It's just a matter of, when karma comes in, It really is here just for us to learn lessons. And, once you learn those lessons, then hopefully you can move on to the next cycle. All right. And what about this Emperor? Who is this Emperor? All right, you got the Page of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Now the Page of Swords, I mean, that could be like, so if you were talking to this person looking for advice, looking for, ideas and how to, ideas and how everything can go, because if you went to them because you felt stuck in a situation, whatever it is that you went to them for, and they were able to offer the encouragement and new ways to maybe communicate, new things to, think about, and how to handle different situations. So actually, Aries, this is pretty awesome. I like this for you. Anyhow, I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards. And let's see. If you did enjoy the reading and it does resonate, if you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I would love to know if it does resonate with you. And, oops. Let's see. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah, I can imagine that because, this is like, it feels really good, guys. And let's see what we got here. Ooh. And confidence. Well, I think that makes sense. Here, let's read it for shits and giggles. You guys can hang out. Confidence is not a fixed attribute. Is not a fixed attribute. It's something that we're continually working on to build throughout our lives. In a reading, this card signifies that it's the right time to start working with and enhancing your sense of self-confidence. Well, there you go. How can you build more confidence in your life in a meaningful way? All right. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be seeing you in a couple weeks for the mid-month, all right? Take care.